Hello, my name is Leyla. I will be doing some fitness assessments and some screening for you before we undertake any training. So I just have to ask you a couple of questions first. So can I please get your full name?
Dimitri. Yeah. Hatzi Andrew. HATZIANDREOU.
And your date of birth?
4th of July. 97.
And male for gender?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. They're just yes or no questions. So just answer ones I ask. So first question, has your medical practitioner ever told you that you have a heart condition or have you ever suffered a stroke?
No.
Do you ever experience unexplained pains or discomfort in your chest at rest or during physical activity or exercise?
No.
Do you ever feel faint, dizzy or lose balance during physical activity or exercise?
No.
Have you ever had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention at any time over the last 12 months?
No.
If you have diabetes type 1 or 2, have you had trouble controlling your blood sugar glucose in the last 3 months?
No.
And do you have any other conditions that may require special consideration for you to exercise?
No.
Okay, so that's great. So now I'm gonna ask you some questions about your current physical activity. So what would you say your intensity? Light, moderate, vigorous?
How hard I want to be pushed?
Yeah.
Moderate.
And currently, how many sessions are you doing per week?
Nothing.
Nothing. And so that would be no exercise per week. Okay, so because your total is less than 150 minutes per week, we'll be starting with some light to moderate intensity exercise, and then you'll have to come see a fitness professional before you continue to progress. So before we get into the fitness assessments, I just need you to get your signature over here
Mm-hmm.
and just the date. So today is 30th.
4th.
4th.
23rd.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to do the needs analysis form. So I'll be asking you just a couple of basic questions about yourself. So we have your name already, which is Dimitri C. Andrew. Okay, and your date of birth was the 4th of July. And what is your phone number?
0422 347 833.
Perfect. Okay, so physical activity, you're not doing anything at the moment, no?
Mm-hmm.
Any walks?
Yeah, walk around.
Yeah, walking. And how often are you doing that per week?
I walk the dog every day.
Yeah.
About maybe 20 minutes. If that counts.
Yeah. Okay. Current physical activity, so okay, I'm just in that, and then your previous physical activity, anything?
I used to lift weights.
Yeah. And how heavy and how intense?
Pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy. And high intensity?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And you're looking to get back into that?
Yes.
And how long were those sessions? Or how long would you prefer those sessions to be?
30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to set some goals. So we're going to follow the SMART method, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So do you have any goals, like broad goals that we can narrow down to be specific?
I would like to get stronger.
Yeah. Okay, so to make that more specific, maybe we could say stronger in a certain muscle category.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe stronger in your chest,
Yeah.
arms, triceps,
What do you
legs.
think?
Well, it's whatever you would like. So maybe we can start with one muscle group. We could start with training your chest to make that stronger.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Stronger in chest. Okay, so how do you think we can measure that goal of getting stronger in your chest?
I used to do a lot of bench press.
Benching, yeah. Maybe some isolation exercises as well.
Okay.
Now, do we think this goal is achievable?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you think we can achieve that?
I would need to start benching again.
Benching again. Training just 2 to 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And potentially eating a calorie surplus.
Oh, yeah, to get stronger.
Now, do we think the goal of getting stronger with your chest is realistic? And how so?
I guess it depends how much stronger I get.
Well, we could set a goal of potentially building your bench up. So we'll find your 1 rep max. And then what we can do is we can set a goal to build that 1 rep max up by another 5 to 10 kilos.
Cool.
Yep. So do you believe that's realistic?
For sure.
And what time frame do you think we could set this goal in?
Like 2 months.
2 months. Perfect. So now we'll be taking your weight. So I'm just going to take the scales and just hop on when you're ready. Perfect. You can hop on when you're ready. Okay, so now we're going to be taking your height. So I'll just get you to stand against this machine. Just put your heels up against the platform and back straight. And up. Wrist up. And the corner. Perfect. So now we're going to take your waist circumference. So I'm just going to come around and just lift your arms up for me and find the smallest part. Okay, perfect. So we're sitting at about 77 centimeters. So now I'm going to take your blood pressure and your heart rate. So I'm just going to get your right arm and we'll just put that through. So that one to go. There we go. We're doing our cardiovascular endurance test now, which we'll be doing the Queen's College Step Test. So for 3 minutes, you'll be going up, up, down, down to the metronome that I have set. So just step as the app ticks. We'll be doing that for 3 minutes, and then after 5 seconds of stopping, I'll be taking your pulse for 15 seconds like that.
Cool.
So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. your goal is to increase more strength in your chest muscles, and we know that you used to train chest previously. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a muscle strength test of your 1 rep max for a bench press. So I'm going to demonstrate the movement for you first before you proceed to do the movement. So you're going to come and sit on the bench, and you're going to come underneath. Hands roughly like shoulder width, just past shoulder width apart. Slight arch in the back. And bring the bar up. Make sure you're stable. Wrists are strong. Down and up. And then you're going to go like that. When you're ready, do as many reps as you can until you calm. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No more? That's all right. Perfect. So now we're going to do a maximum muscle endurance assessment. So for this assessment, I'm going to get you to perform as many repetitions of a push-up as possible. So I'm going to demonstrate a push-up for you. So you're going to come onto the ground, hands about just past your shoulder width. You're going to come up onto your legs, elbows nice and tucked in, back straight. You're going to push down to the ground and come up. You're going to use this pool noodle as a measurement of how far you go down. So 1 full rep will be when your chest touches the pool noodle and when you come back up. 2, 3, 6. So the final test we're going to be doing is a flexibility test. We're going to do a lying shoulder flexation test. I'm going to demonstrate what you're going to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to lie flat on your back, legs about hip width distance, and you're just going to get your arms, palms out to the ceiling, and lay your arms down as far as you can go. Yep, and then back straight. Perfect, so you have the normal range of shoulder flexation. Okay, so Dimitri, after looking at everything, I've got your results. So as you're not exercising at the moment, we're going to stick to a more light to moderate intensity for exercise, and then we can build that up every 4 to 6 weeks as we go, depending on how you're progressing. Then over here, we have your weight at 72.4 kilos, your height at 167 centimeters. Your BMI is 25.96, which is slightly overweight, but BMI usually isn't super accurate. You're definitely not overweight, so that one is okay. Your waist circumference is 77 centimeters. Your resting heart rate was at 61 beats per minute, which is really good. And then your resting blood pressure was 114/60. So now for each fitness assessment, we've got some results. So for your cardiovascular endurance, your score came to 60.93 for the Queen's College Set test, which was under an excellent rating for males, so that's really good. Then for muscle strength, we had for your bench press, your 1 rep max was 70 kilos, which we'll do a follow-up test every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how you're progressing. And each week we'll add roughly 2.5 to 5 kilos, depending on how you're progressing. Then for your muscle endurance, you had 20 push-ups, which was really good. And again, we'll follow that up every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how you're progressing. And finally, for your flexibility test, we had a lying shoulder flexation test, which you had the 180 degrees back, which was under a normal score, so that was really good.
Cool.
So that was everything. Thank you so much for doing all those tests and assessments. I'm really excited to work with you.
All right.